December was a great month for reading. There were so many good books I read this year, and I can't wait to show them all to you. Alright, the first book we read in December was called There's Something About Mary by Cody Hall. And this is a cute little Christmas romance to start that holiday season off. This book is about a girl named Mary, and she works on her parents' Christmas tree farm. And during the holiday season, they hire someone new named Clark. The tropes in this book were enemies to lovers and single dad. And I thought it was a cute little, it was a cute one. It was a good way to start off that holiday season. I rated this book 3.5 stars. Alright, the next book I read in December was called Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. This is a dystopian young adult novel. Usually I don't read books like this, but the reason I got into this book was because my husband, who has never, I won't say never picked up a book, but rarely picks up books, found this at our bookstore when we did a book haul, thought it looked good, so he picked it up, and he finished the series in 2 weeks. I, on the other hand, am still on the first book, so... By the way, I forgot to rate this. I rated this a 4-star. The next book we read was Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. And this is another young adult novel about 2 high school kids who were enemies to lovers. I thought that this was a cute little young adult romance. It brought me back to what I used to read when I was in middle school and high school. I rated this one a 5 stars. This is one of my 5-star reads this year. I picked up this book because I had seen it on a lot of Book Talk and BookTube, especially from Haley Pham. The next book I read was another little Christmas book. It's called All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. And again, when we were at the bookstore, my husband found this book and he picked it up. He read this one in a day. I also read this one in a day, I believe. This one is about Sadie and Max, and they are contestants on a singing reality show. This one, I liked the storyline, but it wasn't very Christmassy. But it was a cute novel. I rated this one a 3.5-star read as well. Then we moved on to another Christmas book. This one is A Very Merry Romance by Lisa K. Adams. She wrote the Bromance book club series, so this is really the 5th book in this series, but you can also read it as a standalone novel. This one is about Colton. He is a country star, and he's going through some struggle. I thought that this one was a good book. I enjoyed the Bromance book club series, so this was a good little Christmas novel to go into it too. I rated this book a 4-star read. We moved on to By a Thread by Lucy Score, and this one's a big one. And this one actually took me a while to read. I got through this one in about a week, when usually I can get through books in a few days. So it felt like I was reading this one for a while. This one is a grumpy sunshine trope, and it has a very, very slow burn. Lots of tension in the book. The first half of the book really is just a whole bunch of tension. The characters Dominic and Allie, they are working together. Allie is actually working for Dominic, but under some circumstances, Dominic cannot fire her. So there's lots of tension, lots of banter. It's a great read. I really enjoyed this one. I've rated it a 4-star read. Then we move on to another holiday book, In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren. And Christina Lauren is one of my favorite authors. This book is about May, and she's basically going through a Groundhog Day situation. She's on a Christmas trip. Her and a couple families that they're close to go to a cabin every Christmas, and she's run into some events where she keeps reliving that vacation. I rated this one a 4.5-star read. It's a very cute Christmas romance. Then we moved on to The Last Chance Library by Freya Sampson. And this one is about a librarian and the library is having some struggles. And this girl, June, she's trying to save her library. I thought this was a cute little book. This is just a literary fiction novel, and I have rated this one 4 stars. And then the last book I read this year was called One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This, again, was a book that my husband picked out. But books by Taylor Jenkins Reid have been on my TBR list for a while now, so I'm glad I finally picked this one up. This one will hurt your heart very much. It actually made my husband cry, and he's a softie, so we're not surprised. This one was another 5-star read for this month. I loved this book, and I cannot wait to read some more books by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Alright, so in conclusion, oh, they're falling. So many books this month, guys. These are all of the books that I have read in December. I believe there are 9 total. Don't expect this much every time because I am a teacher and school has started back up, so I don't have as much time to read as I normally do. But I feel like this was a good list for December. It's time for these books to go back on the shelf, but stay tuned because there is going to be a big book haul coming up soon. Keep on reading because I know I'm going to. Thank you for watching Nessie Reads. Cece, oh, did you want to join the video too? Yeah. Okay, you want to read the books?